Hello everyone and welcome back to your boy, the Sean Davey Way Show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you a surviving on Black Hollywood's gayest actor. Well, one of them. If you're thinking Jamie Foxx, then you are absolutely correct. As of recently, there has been a lot of speculation about the 90s all-male, all-nude basketball games that Jamie Foxx used to throw. So a lot of male celebrities were involved in these basketball games. Black, white, you name it, they were there. This is a lot of information, so we will break it down into at least two parts. This will be part one. We're also going to get into the other situations that Jamie Foxx has had about his sexuality due to getting into beefs with famous people and other things. So sit back, grab something to drink, and let's get into Hollywood's gayest actors. Before we get into the surviving, I think it's only right that I update you on Jamie Foxx's health since he had a health scare back in April. Shout out to People magazine. Jamie Foxx is still not himself after suffering a medical complication in April, a source says. Quote, "He is getting the best care and working hard to recover right now, but he is still not himself," says the source, noting that those closest to the actor, 55, remain tight-lipped about the day shift star's health situation. He has the tightest circle around him, the source adds. The update comes after Fox's They Clone Tyrone co-star John told People at the movie's Los Angeles premiere on Tuesday that he recently chatted with Foxx on the phone. Quote, "He finally picked up the phone. Thank you, bro," Boyega said. "He's doing well, and then, we're just giving him the privacy, and we can't wait for his return." Shout out to Jamie Foxx's co-star John for coming forward, giving us a real update on how Jamie Foxx is doing. He stated that he gave Jamie a call. He finally picked up. They spoke and chatted a little bit, but they're returning to giving Jamie his privacy at this time. So thank you, John. We definitely appreciate it. Prayers up for Jamie Foxx and the Foxx family. They're definitely going to need it. Let's get messy. So there's a TikToker by the name of Crystal, and her mother knew Jamie in the 90s, would hang out with him, even had little pet names for him and whatnot. Her mother knew that Jamie Foxx slept with men and women of Hollywood and just, groupies and whatnot as well. And also knew of Jamie Foxx's all-male naked basketball games that he would throw in the 90s that Diddy would help him host in California. And as we all know, Jamie Foxx is famous for throwing parties and getting a bunch of Hollywood elites together, big names, small names, up-and-coming names. That's what Jamie Foxx used to do. And allegedly, artists like Tank, Jay-Z, and others would be at these basketball games, and not only that, they would participate. These games were strictly all male. There were no women literally present besides the ones that were in the homes. But the actual basketball games, no women competed. They would stand on the sidelines or be inside of the house watching the men play. Let's get into this clip of Crystal from TikTok.
Foxx butt naked basketball games. But since he's talking about it, I'm going to talk about it. Before I do, though, everything in this video is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that. Also, I value my own life. I'm so serious when I say that. I value my own life. Okay? Because Diddy likes to do it. So back in the 90s, my mom nicknamed Jamie Foxx. Like, if you take the O out of his name and replace it with a U, that's what she used to call him. But to his face, it's like a haha joke because he used to bang so many guys and girls in Hollywood. And he used to have these things called butt naked basketball games, okay? He would invite over a lot of like Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was men only. And they would be like, "Oh, we're just gonna get naked and play basketball." It's like, "Oh, haha, let's get naked and play basketball together," which is weird. And this happened in the 90s. So a lot of your like favorite celebrities were there, including someone who may or may not been married to someone who was drinking that lemonade. If you want to know like who was probably at these games, just look at like who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years. especially the super successful ones. Usher was definitely there. Justin Bieber tried to warn you guys about this. I'm inserting these for proof. So I was talking about this with my friend the other day, and they texted me and was like, weren't we just talking about this? And I was like, what? Here's what the link said. But read what I said in response to that. Yeah. That's why I say I value my own life. Also, I feel like people are going to think that this is just about like black men. It's not. They were not discriminating. A lot of like famous white actors were there too. And side note, I know men that have been invited to the parties that knew about this. Like, if people at the radio station knew, like, come on, you think everybody didn't know? And they wouldn't go because they were like, we're not down with that. That's like weird.
Now, I know most people would say, oh, this Krista girl is cap. Who is she? Just because she has a picture of her mom and Jamie Foxx doesn't mean that she's telling the truth. You always have someone coming out trying to make somebody gay, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm here to tell you, she's not lying. Why? Because Jamie Foxx said it out of his own mouth. Let's get into his quote from July 30th, 2004. Jamie Foxx playing nude. Shout out to, oh no, they didn't. Jamie Foxx is planning to buy his neighbors gift baskets to apologize for his friends playing a game of nude basketball. The comedian, notorious for his love of throwing parties at his California mansion, left his neighbors far from being impressed when they caught a glimpse of his pals shooting hoops naked. He says, quote, "To all my neighbors, I just want to say that I'm sorry and I'm sending gift baskets to you all for the wrong I've done. We used to play nude basketball in the back for clinical reasons to release the soul. Part of the fence was down and I didn't know that the lady and her family was there. I wasn't there at the time. But what got me was how long they looked for. I've been watching you guys for hours back there. I wanted to stop," complained his neighbor. So again, this happened. Jamie Foxx said, we used to play nude basketball in the back. So that means he does too. I play with them. We all do this together. Not they used to play. No, he said we. So releasing the soul, I don't know what that means. Again, y'all would have to talk to Jamie Foxx about that. But this is true. Jamie Foxx and his celebrity friends would play nude basketball in his backyard of his house. And he has a big backyard. So the neighbors at the time, part of Jamie's fence was down and they could see. So her whole family, children, all of that are watching all of these men run around nude playing basketball. At the time, Jamie was there earlier playing basketball with them, but he had left. Remember, it was for hours that they played these nude basketball games. So when the neighbor noticed that it was going on, at that time, Jamie was already gone, but he had been playing with them. So again, this is true, but hold on, we have more receipts. Shout out to Essence Magazine. We're going to get into an article that they wrote about this situation in 2020. A close source to the situation, which means AKA neighbor of Jamie Foxx's, said that they saw this with their own eyes. And Jamie Foxx kind of sent Essence a quote, but I want you to pay attention to what Jamie Foxx said to Essence, and we're going to break that down after this. But let's get into the article Essence did on Jamie Foxx again in 2020. According to my source, not too long ago, Foxx, who lives in Los Angeles' San Fernando Valley and is known for hosting the best parties in town, had a visit from the police after his neighbors complained that there was a wild game of basketball being played on Foxx's property, and they wanted it to stop. The problem wasn't the volume of the game, or that an errant basketball game had flown into their yard. It was that the ball players were playing without any clothes on. Essence questions the source and says, "Are you sure?" I asked my source, envisioning 6 nude brothers fumbling for a ball. "Naked basketball," my source says empathetically. "I'm telling you, the man's crazy." According to Foxx, most of the players were actually female and he wasn't even home at the time. Still, the word crazy comes up a lot when folks talk about the actor. Someone utters it in a photo shoot after he breaks into a funny bit about his daughter teaching him dance moves she picked up on Disney Channel. Another person says it the next day on the set of TRL, where Jamie is bouncing across the stage. Side note, the police actually came to Jamie's home, and when they got there were 6 nude men playing basketball at the time, 3-on-3. Absolutely. It is even in the police report. So with Jamie Foxx trying to clean it up and say it was mostly women, again, there was still naked men in your backyard that you've played with as well multiple times. They were playing these games basically all throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. They were playing these naked basketball games, and Diddy was at every single one of them. So with Jamie Foxx trying to clean it up for image purposes, the neighbors aren't dumb. They know what they saw. They called the police and said that there were 6 to 10 naked men outside. And when the police got there, it was 6. And then the police report comes in and Jamie Foxx wants to say it was women. No, it was men, Jamie. You gotta come to the Lord on this one. Just tell the truth, dude. I'm not going to sit back and call Jamie Foxx a liar. I think that he tells little white lies to protect the people around him. Jamie's pretty honest, if you ask me. I think the protection coming in of him stating that there were women there, although in his initial statement, he says that, you know, we play basketball nude and whatnot, but I just so happened to not be there that day type of situation. He was protecting the people that were there playing, the people that are and aren't listed in the police report. I think that's more of what it is, of keeping what happened between them instead of outing other people. I don't really feel that Jamie cares about people knowing about his situation. And the reason I state that is because of a huge feud that Jamie Foxx got into with Howard Stern. It got pretty bad. If you don't know, let's get into it. Howard Stern literally came at Jamie Foxx's sexuality multiple times. 2010, Jamie Foxx and Howard Stern engaged in one of the most vicious feuds in Hollywood, after the controversial radio DJ made some not so nice comments about Precious star Glambore's weight. Foxx felt the remarks were uncalled for, adding that Stern's insults could potentially harm Glambore's chances of getting casted for other movie roles, consequently leading to the A-list star to hit back at the 66-year-old. To make matters worse, Stern took shots at Fox rival's radio show, The Foxhole, before questioning the actor's sexuality. The father of 2 was quick to respond, but how long have these 2 been feuding? And have they finally managed to squash their differences? When Foxx heard what was said, he was enraged and didn't hesitate to let his opinion be heard. The Django Unchained star was appalled by Stern's comments and was sure to say something. Foxx, along with his Foxhole crew, took jabs at Stern's on their radio show, criticizing him heavily for aiming their attention on Glambore and downplaying her win at the Oscars. Radio host was taken off guard by Foxx's response, but he certainly wasn't going to let him have the last word, as Stearns went back on his radio show to share a few words about the Texas native. The crew started in with me. I'm not going to sit here and take it and listen to some bull-ish. Former America's Got Talent star stressed while addressing his feud with Foxx on his show. He then went on to insinuate that he had a lot of dirt on the actor that he probably wouldn't want before accusing him of being gay. He questioned why Foxx would name his radio show The Foxhole, saying, "My guess is we're probably not on the same team. I think he's playing for a way different team. I don't know what team he's on, but it ain't my team." He seems to be in some bizarre thing where he wants to start in with me so that he can get some attention for his channel on The Foxhole, which is an interesting name too. Following their many back and forth insults throughout the year of 2010, things went quiet between the pair for several years before Foxx decided to make an appearance on Stern's radio show in 2017 while promoting his sitcom, White Famous. Side note, so Jamie Foxx and Howard Stern started beefing with each other in 2010 over the comments Howard Stern said about Glambore winning an Oscar and that she was basically hideous and big and who's going to hire her. So shout out to Jamie Foxx for sticking up for her because I feel that that was oh so necessary. Fast forwarding to Howard hearing about the comments, and everyone knows if you're on a platform big enough for Howard Stern to hear about what you said about him in a negative tone, he is coming for you. It's just what Howard Stern has been doing for years. He talks trash about celebrities and whatnot. So if you come for him, he is definitely returning the favor. Jamie Foxx and Howard Stern start going back and forth, and Howard Stern starts to insinuate that he has a lot of dirt on Jamie that Jamie doesn't want getting out, and it's more so pertaining to his sexuality and how Howard knows that Jamie has been sleeping with men for years, and when he was dressing up as Wanda on the In Living Color, it was definitely more to that character than Jamie was willing to lead on. Howard Stern also threatened to interview a man that he knows for a fact that slept with Jamie Foxx, that literally put it up Jamie Foxx's exit in Jamie Foxx's foxhole, if you will. And Jamie Foxx didn't say anything about Howard Stern after that. After Howard said, I'll interview him, that he was interested, and we're going to talk about that in part 2, about how Howard Stern came forward and stated that he would interview the man that he knows Jamie Foxx slept with, and that wouldn't be the last one because he knows a plethora of men and others that have slept with Jamie Foxx. And Jamie did not want that information out there, and it came true because Jamie Foxx shut his mouth for 7 years. And then when Jamie Foxx opened his mouth, he opened it on Howard's show. So that's Howard winning, because Howard never went on to the foxhole. He never went there, but Jamie Foxx did come on to Howard Stern's show. So it was kind of like Jamie Foxx was waving the white flag when he came on to Howard's show, because if somebody was talking about you like that, would you entertain them or support them after? It's definitely given Jamie did not want that info out, because again, Jamie is known to poke. He's a comedian, so doing a roast going back with Howard Stern, he would definitely win. Jamie Foxx versus Howard, yeah, I will put my money on Jamie Foxx winning that battle, but Jamie did not want the smoke, so he bowed out and came on to Howard's show. So if you listen to Crystal with the new set of ears and what she says, comment below and tell me what you think now, if you thought that it was cap before.
Foxx butt naked basketball games. But since he's talking about it, I'm going to talk about it. Before I do, though, everything in this video is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that. Also, I value my own life. I'm so serious when I say that. I value my own life, okay? Because Diddy likes to do it. So back in the 90s, my mom nicknamed Jamie Foxx, like if you take the O out of his name and replace it with a U, that's what she used to call him. But to his face is like a haha joke, because he used to bang so many guys and girls in Hollywood. And he used to have these things called butt naked basketball games, okay? He would invite over a lot of like Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was men only. And they would be like, oh, we're just gonna get naked and play basketball. It's like, oh, haha, let's get naked and play basketball together, which is weird. And this happened in the 90s. So a lot of your like favorite celebrities were there, including someone who may or may not been married to someone who was drinking that lemonade. If you want to know like who was probably at these games, just look at like who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years, especially the super successful ones. Usher was definitely there. Justin Bieber tried to warn you guys about this. I'm inserting these for proof. So I was talking about this with my friend the other day, and they texted me and was like, weren't we just talking about this? And I was like, what? Here's what the link said. But read what I said in response to that. Yeah. That's why I say I value my own life. Also, I feel like people are going to think that this is just about like black men. It's not. They were not discriminating. A lot of like famous white actors were there too. And side note, I know men that have been invited to the parties that knew about this. Like, if people at the radio station knew, like, come on, you think everybody didn't know? And they wouldn't go because they were like, we're not down with that. That's like weird.
This was part 1. I love you all. I will see you all on part 2. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Again, sending prayers out to Jamie Foxx and the Foxx family. Until the next video, bye.